For decades, the Ballon d'Or has stood as the pinnacle of individual achievement in football. But imagine adding the word super in front of it. Yes, the Super Ballon d'Or. It might sound unfamiliar to many, but it's a real and rare honor. The regular Ballon d'Or is well known among football fans, having been around since 1956 and awarded to some of the sport's greatest legends. But the Super Ballon d'Or, that's a different level entirely. In fact, only one footballer in history has ever received this extraordinary prize. So what exactly is the Super Ballon d'Or? It was created and awarded by France Football on December 24, 1989, to recognize the greatest football player of the previous 30 years, a special award marking the magazine's 30th anniversary. At the time, the Ballon d'Or was exclusive to European players. It wasn't until 1995 that eligibility expanded to include any player active in Europe, which unfortunately ruled out icons like Pelé and Diego Maradona from winning in 1989. That made way for Alfredo Di Stefano, a Real Madrid legend, to become the first and only Super Ballon d'Or winner. Although born in Argentina, Di Stefano later played for Spain and gained citizenship, qualifying him for the award. Other nominees included heavyweights like Johan Cruyff and Michel Platini, both of whom had won 3 Ballon d'Ors. Despite their accolades, Di Stefano was chosen, an astonishing 30 years after his last Ballon d'Or and over 2 decades after retiring. The selection process included public voters, France football editors, and past Ballon d'Or recipients. Interestingly, while fans leaned toward Platini, the experts and former winners agreed on Di Stefano. His career, especially at Real Madrid during the 1950s and 60s, was nothing short of legendary. He netted 308 official goals in 396 games, earned 2 Ballon d'Ors, won 8 La Liga titles, 1 Spanish Cup, and 5 Pichichi trophies. To this day, he ranks among La Liga's top scorers, but his legacy is perhaps best defined by leading Real Madrid to 5 straight European Cup titles from 1955 to 1960. That dominance cemented his place among football's all-time greats. The Super Ballon d'Or trophy itself is grand, a golden ball atop a crystal-like glass base, surrounded by smaller golden balls. It stands 52 centimeters tall, with a base of 30 by 30 centimeters. For years, it was showcased at the Real Madrid Museum, but in 2021, it was auctioned off for £187,500. Its current owner remains unknown. If the award followed its 30-year cycle, it should have reappeared in 2019. But so far, it hasn't. Still, many believe it could return in 2029, possibly with revised rules allowing non-European legends to be recognized. If that happens, it could celebrate football's finest from 1990 to the present. But let's be honest, the debate would likely boil down to just 2 names, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. It's not surprising. Between them, they've dominated the game for over 20 years and hold more Ballon d'Or titles than anyone else. So who would deserve it more? Cristiano's legacy is phenomenal, no doubt. But Messi's recent triumphs, especially lifting the World Cup in 2022, have elevated his case even further. With over 721 club goals, 344 assists, 106 international goals, and 56 assists for Argentina, his numbers are staggering. Add to that 44 major trophies and dozens of records, including 91 goals in a calendar year, 672 for one club, the most in La Liga history, and 6 golden shoes. With 7 Ballon d'Ors already, and likely an 8th, In 2023, Messi has set a bar that might never be matched. Yet history tells us the Super Ballon d'Or isn't only about numbers. In 1989, it wasn't just about statistics. It was about influence, legacy, and overall impact on the sport. Cruyff and Platini had more Ballon d'Or wins than Stefano, but he still won the Super Ballon d'Or. That makes it impossible to predict who would win it next. So, what do you think? Could Messi claim the only major award left for him? Or could Cristiano surprise the world once more? Instead of just watching, become part of the debate. If you love football history and rare stories like this, subscribe to this channel for more deep dives and legendary moments.